back this way. A lot of times we find that people, if they're going to build a house or build a garage, they pretty much realize they probably need to look for their lot lines or understand the lay of the land. But we find that when people are building sheds or driveways or fences, the same issue arises. It's not the city's responsibility to go find the line. So that sets in motion a challenge, you know. A lot of people are caught off guard by that. What I would recommend is if you're gonna need to find your line, you need to know the dimensions of your lot. So that's kind of the starting point. So this program has these layers you can click on. So I'm going to go down and click on this aerial so we can see. The address files are a great resource, and we have them here, and so often people, when I get out to help them, I find that they haven't even asked to look. They don't even know that they're here. Okay, that should do it. So what we recommend is you use the data that you got out of the address files, the dimensions that you got off the Ramsey County webpage, come out with your tape, you start to take some rough measurements to get to the rough spot where you think maybe a 10-foot diameter where the pin could be. Then you go spend the money, rent this, come back and find it. The road here is 40 feet wide in this case. The roads are going to vary in different parts of the city. But the idea is we're going to measure the width of the road to find the center. So at 40 feet, the center is going to be 20 feet. That's the center of the right-of-way at 20 feet. From that point, we can measure half the road right-of-way width towards the lot. And if we do that twice or 3 times along the front of the property, that'll start to define the front lot line, roughly. Not perfectly, but roughly. At 40 feet, we're at half of the road right-of-way width. So that should put us close to the front of the property. So 40 feet is somewhere around here. So if we pull a string across there, we'd be able to start to define the front lot line. And then from there, we start to look in this area to see if we find a pin. But around town, most streets are 60 feet wide and the roads are 30. The right-of-ways are 60 feet wide and the roads are 30 feet wide, roughly. So that puts your lines in about 15 feet from the curb on most residential lots, like on the south side of town. And in areas where the roads are new, that's pretty common.
That's pretty spot on.
So this is an example of an older one. So if we measure from here now that way, we'll be able to find the other one hopefully. There's actually a new pin here. So in this case, this pin's recently been replaced. So this is what you'll see on any newer pin. It'll have a plastic cap on it. It'll have some numbers. So 141 is like right in this area. Here it is right here. So this is a good example of where sometimes people will find something like this. This is not a survey pin. This is an old fence post. But this is the pin right here. It just happens to be. So this would not be a good example. This is an old fence post. This would be a better indicator of the lot line. We're hoping that this will give them the knowledge to kind of do that footwork on their own.